Hopefully Daniel will report in soon. What are you planning, Stoltz?
Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing.
What are you planning, Stoltz? Hopefully Daniel will report in soon.
Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing.
Been expecting you. As if things weren't bad enough. Now I have to keep an eye on an outsider. James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63, formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stoltz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider? And you were able to dispose of them. Interesting. Must mean you have some combat training. That could be helpful. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you can fill me in on your history.
To spruce this place up a little.
You do seem fit to fight, at least. But that's not really an answer to my question. I won't fault you for a lie by omission, though. You seem eager and able enough. I've already been made aware that you're a dweller from Vault 76. Mr. Stoltz buzzed me ahead of your arrival and filled me in on the situation. Sorry for the test, but wanted to see how you'd present yourself. I appreciate your attempt to take this seriously, but I won't say I don't have my doubts. Let's see how this plays out, though. Here's my status report for Mr. Stoltz. You're dismissed, unless you have other questions.
I miss research, and
Fine.
science, and discoveries, and news.
63's construction had
miss
fallen
how
behind due to
before.
its lofty and ambitious size. This left our population exposed to extreme levels of radioactive fallout after the bombs fell. Those of us that survived the exposure ended up like this. But working with us so-called ghouls won't be a problem, will it? Understood. Anything else? Our facility houses a large-scale weather control device. Some decades ago, an accident rendered it inoperable. However, a recent event has led to its reactivation. With that, we have the storm, along with other unexpected outcomes. One of our top priorities is bringing it back under our control. I'm afraid that's outside your clearance level. Classified.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little.
Our former friends, family,
Stockpiling the supply runs.
neighbors.
You know,
An accident some
before the
decade back led to
storms.
their creation. Their condition is irreversible. Beyond that, I'll leave it to Mr. Stoltz's discretion on further details. Just know, they will kill you on sight without mercy. Communication is impossible. Do not hesitate to strike first. Fine. We believe they possess the ability to channel electricity from the storm, though we're still not sure how. Perhaps consider rubber gloves next time you want to shake their hands. Again, the rest is classified. That is correct to a degree. Mr. Stoltz had been afflicted during the same accident that created the loss. However, he retains his sanity and his ability to communicate. Well, retain sanity is perhaps a bit. Actually, I apologize. This isn't water cooler gossip. I believe I've answered your question. Mr. Stoltz can explain the rest. That's fine. Good. Is there a reason you're loitering in my office? What are you planning, Stoltz?
What if we go back to the surface? Nobody wants to know us because of our, condition.
As if things weren't bad enough. Now I have to keep an eye on an outsider. What are you planning, Stoltz?
You reckon that storm is gonna get worse or better?
What are you planning, Stoltz? As if things weren't bad enough. Now I have to keep an eye on an outsider.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something.
The new
for the
animals up
accidents.
there. Any of them good for eating? No reason to think they won't keep lasting. Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here. New animals up there. Any of them good for eating? What brings you back in here?
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents.
Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm?
How'd you get in here? Speak for yourself. I'm glad to be away from the weather machine.
Right, Hugo. Keep it together. You are a stolz. Act like it. Be proud. Every sound of a tree fall flowing around.
Do you think we should bring our concerns to the Overseer?
Oberlin is swamped lately, especially after the last scout run. It's no wonder things are starting to fall apart.
Right, Hugo. Keep it together. You are a stolz. Act like it. Be proud.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Vault 63.
Ah, you've returned.
No reason.
I've just been thinking on some things. Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a question for you. Tell me, are we our brains? Yes, precisely. But is that not just scratching the surface? Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others, how many versions of us exist?
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
What's that? Oh, I have completely gone off the rails. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting, gentle hums of life vibrating shapes into being. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friends, colleagues, loved ones. When they witness this world, they're minded. Well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight to me before. We have been trying to learn why this connection was permanently severed between us. Desperately so. A scientist, are you? Just like my Audrey and little Hilda. We are unsure of why, but we suspect that my condition may have mutated differently than others. Perhaps it was my proximity to... Oh, never mind, B. This sort of talk is dreadfully boring. All of this is to say we need your help, my friend. There are many problems at our feet, and you are uniquely equipped to help us.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
Do not sell yourself short. You are clearly skilled in combat, seasoned by the world above, and knowledgeable on vaults. You're going to face a variety of challenges in future tasks, but I'm confident we've found the person for the job. Thank you. That truly means the world. Let's discuss next steps. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one, and I'd be happy to. Take a moment to relax and process. Speak with either, and once again, I cannot contain my excitement in having you on board. Willkommen im Team, mein Freund.